Welcome to Joyful Jen Yoga. Today's practice is a chair yoga practice that could be used if you're working in an office and you just need to move and stretch and kind of release your body. This was requested by one of my friends who would prefer not to be on their knees due to an injury. So this is an alternative to a gentle practice that you might do if getting up and off the floor is uncomfortable or if kneeling's uncomfortable, okay? So what I have is a chair, a mat. I have my blanket on my mat, mostly because I was just doing restorative yoga. So it's a remnant. You might actually not want a blanket there and have just the chair on the sticky mat if you are setting up like this. I have blocks under my feet because I'm short, and the alternative is to compromise my posture. So if your feet don't comfortably touch the floor, grab blocks or books to bring your feet up. In fact, if you're sitting at a desk all the time, this is really a helpful postural cue as well. So if you don't have mats and blocks and you're at work, perfect. Just be in your chair. Okay. Setting yourself up. Here's the thing about sitting in a chair. A lot of us tend to get really lazy in our posture when we come into a chair and we lean back. And for most people, unless you're really tall, the back of the chair is not going to be particularly useful to you. So let's come to the edge of the chair, not all the way on the edge, but just so that your feet are flat on the earth or blocks or books, and that you're able to sit up tall. And we'll just rest our hands on our lap. Start to lengthen up through the crown of your head, and just like we do in any other practice, soften your jaw, soften the muscles around your eyes. You can close them fully. And start to notice your breath. Notice your feet rooting down. Notice your sits bones even, or hopefully even, on your seat. If they're not even, like mine always are a little off because my pelvis is a little off, notice, right? I can feel my right sits bone a little bit in front of my left. So if you can have little shifts in your posture just to feel a little bit more even, give that a go. If you notice one shoulder is higher than the other, notice if there's a little movement or a little wiggle that you could employ to work yourself a little closer to even, if that's comfortable. Notice if you're holding tension in your jaw or the space in between your eyebrows. Notice if it feels easy to take a full breath in or if you feel constricted in any way. Take another breath in here and allow for a sigh out. Wonderful. Let your eyes flutter open and drop your hands down to your sides. We'll move with our breath a little bit here. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands travel to heart center. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, draw your hands down. Move with your breath. Let it be slow, full movements. Notice the range of motion in your shoulders. Notice if with every round your breath gets a little bit longer. If you find that your breath feels a little constricted, notice where. Is it at the base of the inhale, the top of the inhale? Do you feel stuck around your diaphragm, your ribs, your top chest? Let's take 3 more big circles here. Inhaling to circle arms up. Exhaling to draw hands down. Finding movements with your breath. Let's take 1 more where we reach our arms up and then pause at the top. When you arrive there, start to climb them an imaginary rope. And as you do that, shift your ribs a little bit side to side. Again, try to make a little bit more movement and space, some freedom around the sides of your ribs. Beautiful. Take another breath like this. And then reach up with both sets of fingertips. Give a little wiggle, jazz hands at the top. And then draw your hands to hearts. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms forward, round your upper back. So here, imagine you could take the back of your body toward the chair. You might be able to, depending again on your proportions. Inhale, lift your arms up. Release the right hand down, let your left arm travel up overhead. Inhale, sweep arms back up. Let your hands come to heart. Interlace the funny feeling way, so like one finger over, and then press your palms forward, round it in. And inhale, lift those arms up. Slide your left hand down, right arm reaches up overhead. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Press both hands down at your sides like you're trying to hold something down. Fingertips pull up a little bit into your forearms. So this is especially nice if you've been on a computer. Keep your right hand pressing down, and we'll sweep our left arm up overhead, and then on exhale, press the palm away and press all the way back down. Inhale, sweep palm up over to the right. Exhale, press your left palm down and away. 3 more like that. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, press away. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press away. 1 more time. Inhale. And press away. So hopefully feeling a little release up the forearms and the wrists. Press down through that left hand now like you're holding something down. Inhale, reach the right arm up and then turn the palm, press it away. Inhale, reach up and then press the hand away. Beautiful. Again, that smooth, fluid motion with your breath. Twice more. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, press away. Inhale, reach up. And press away. Give your arms a shake. Let all that energy kind of travel out your fingertips. Beautiful. So from here, our hands will come to our knees or our thighs, kind of depending what feels better in the body. But we want to inhale, pull our heart up to the sky, and then exhale, kind of press the hands forward, round. Inhale, lift and open your heart. Exhale, round, press hands forwards. It's like seated cat-cows here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Once more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. So from your seat, depending on how your hips feel and the mobility in your hips and your knees, you have a couple options here. You could extend your left leg out and rest your right ankle somewhere along the shin or the thigh, depending on what feels better. We'll flex our right ankle, and then wherever you want to rest that ankle is perfect. So remember, the left leg could be extended more, and you could rest the ankle along your thigh, okay? We'll start by circling out that ankle. Circle in a few directions, and then circle in the opposite. And then pause. Again, the toes are drawing into the shin. We'll inhale, stretch our arms tall, and then on exhale, take your left hand to your right knee. Your right hand could rest on the back of your chair, depending on what's comfortable. You could reach the right arm back, Or I like to take my hands to the back of the chair and use it not to really leverage, but to give myself a little support to lengthen the spine up. The trick with our hands is we can force our body into shapes, and we really want to avoid that. So use your breath to find this twist. Take another breath in and out. Gently release your body forward. Hands can come down towards your legs, and we'll just walk our torso forward any amount. So you might feel a lot of sensation in your hip. You might not feel too much. I'm wiggling my bum back a little so I have some more balance here. So again, we're not forcing, we're simply folding our body forward in whatever shape our legs are making. Okay. Take another deep breath in and a sigh out. Start to lift your torso up and extend that leg out. A couple circles with the ankle out in front of you, circle in the other direction, and then let that foot land. Pause for a moment, palms down on your lap. Lift your heart and notice if you feel a difference between your right and left side. And then let's give it a go on the other side. Remembering, of course, that this side might be completely different depending on an injury or just on our body's asymmetry. So left ankle on the shin, wherever it feels good, perhaps on the thigh with the left toes pulling in toward the shin. And we'll just circle that ankle a few times in one direction and circle a few times in the other direction. Beautiful. And then draw the toes into the shin, arms sweep up. Exhale, right hand on the left knee or thigh, and then left arm again. Maybe it rests on the back of the chair. Maybe you just reach the arm back. Or if you'd like, you could touch down to the bottom of the chair with your left hand to help lengthen your spine a little, if that makes sense in your body. We're still breathing fully in and out through our nose. You might find that breath has moved a bit more into the top chest for your twist. Take another inhale here, and then on exhale, slowly unwind, turn your body forward, and then again, wherever your ankle is, we'll take a breath in and then slowly fold it forward. Remembering that forward fold is as far as is comfortable. Whew, you might feel those differences from sides. I can tell you my left hip is a whole lot tighter than my right. Just kind of a nice little time to be mindful of what your body needs instead of thinking, I grew up doing gymnastics and gymnastic-like sports, so there was a lot of, oh, that's my good side, that's my bad side. And usually it's related to injury or just handedness. And it's so important, instead of telling your body you have a good side or a bad side, to think, this is the side that needs just a little extra love, a little extra time, right? Take another inhale. And exhale, gently walk your hands back up. Extend that leg out, circle out the ankle a few times before returning the foot down to the blocks, the books, or the floor. And then again, feeling your feet grounded, your hands in your lap, and the length of your spine. Take another inhale. And exhale. So we're going to work our way up to standing here. So if you were using books or blocks, let's slide them out of the way so they don't become an an issue. And then we'll turn our chair, if that's possible, or we'll come behind our chair. I'm going to turn my chair so you can still see what I'm doing. Make sure, especially when we're standing, that your chair is on something that won't slip, right? I'm kind of giving it a little push to make sure my chair is not going to go out in front of me. So from here, I'm going to walk my feet a little bit farther back so that my arms can extend. So if you're at your desk, just spin your chair away from your desk, right? And then walk your bum away. There's a soft bend in your knees. And then just start to melt your arms. Cut. Melt your chest in between your arms. Give a nice stretch through your heart space, your armpits, your shoulders. I'm feeling this actually in my hamstrings quite a bit right now, even though my knees are bent. Take another inhale. And exhale, gently lift your way back up. Walk a little closer to your chair and let go. Walk your right hands over to the top of the chair. And you might have to step not quite a full arm's distance away from the chair, but a little bit farther. So there's a soft bend in the elbow. We'll sweep the left arm all the way up overhead, breathing again into left side body. Inhale, come all the way back up. I'm going to turn and face away from you just for a moment so you can see the other side. Left hand, soft elbow on the chair. Inhale, reach the right arm up. You might even look up if that feels safe in your neck, but that's unnecessary. You could look straight ahead. And then inhale, come all the way up. We'll do one more side body stretch like that, staying exactly as you were, or adding a little bit, which will challenge balance just a hair. So walk your right foot just a hair farther forward, and then we'll sweep the left leg back behind you. The right knee is quite a bit bent, the left leg is straight. If you come into this shape, which if you're standing kind of full, it's almost like a curtsy. If you find this uncomfortable in your knees or your hips, come right back to having your feet parallel. If it feels good, we'll sweep the left arm up and over again, breathing into left side body. You might also feel a deeper stretch through your left hip. Inhale, come back up to center, release, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. You can see the back view this time. Left hand on the chair. Left knee is soft and bent, right leg is back behind you a bit here. So your legs are kind of in two different planes. Reach the right arm up and breathe. Notice if that right hip flexor feels like it needs this kind of love, this kind of opening and attention. And then inhale, come all the way back up and give it a little release. Shake that out. Awesome. So we'll take our chair now and turn it so that we can use the seated part. And we're going to play a little bit here. So options. If you have those blocks or books, you might step your foot on the block or book. You could also step your foot on the chair if that's accessible to you. If you start to lift your leg and you're like, absolutely not, come back to having your foot on the block, but access to using the chair as balance. So we'll take our foot on a block, a book, or the chair, and we'll start to reach our left hand to our right knee, and then reach the right arm back, again, opening and twisting here. Take another breath in, and out, look forward, and we'll release that right foot down to the ground, give it a little shake, and switch sides. Again, check it out. This side might be completely different. So you could step up on a block, the chair, or you could even keep the foot on the ground if that feels good. Right hand on the left knee, left arm reaches back and we twist. So this opening across the chest in our twists is a really nice alternative to if you spend a lot of time on the computer or on a smartphone, or if you're driving a lot, look forward, come back forward, right? We end up in this like curved over position and we're looking to open and stretch, right? So we'll let that left leg go and then make sure you have enough space around you. We're gonna take our hands to the flat part of the chair, the seat, and we'll step our right foot forward and then stretch the left leg back. So we're in kind of like a runner's lunge shape, stretching the left hip flexor. So we're in this runner's lunge shape, stretching the left hip flexor. Take another breath in, and then start to walk the left foot in a little, let the left heel land. Straighten that right leg so you're in a pyramid shape. Take a breath in, and then exhale, fold your body forward any amount. I find elbows resting on the chair is plenty of a stretch for the right hamstring. Notice what's true for you. Breathe fully. Take another inhale. And exhale. Soften the right knee. Hands on the chair again. Scoot your right foot back just a little bit. And then for fun balance, see how it would feel to float the left leg back behind you. And then just for strength in our back and core, maybe the right arm reaches forward. Full inhale. And exhale, hand lowers, and we release the left foot. Bend into the knees and inhale, stand all the way up, arms reach up, hands come to heart. Excellent, let's try the other side. Left foot walks quite close, your toes might even be under the chair. Hands down on the chair and we'll step that right leg back. So you're bending enough into that left knee that you feel a nice stretch in the right hip flexor, so the front of the right thigh. You might have to wiggle your feet apart a little bit. We're trying not to sink toward the ground. We're using the strength of our core to help lift our torso a little bit. And then gently walk the right foot in, straighten out the left leg. Take a breath in and exhale, walk your torso forward any amount if you need more of a stretch. Be sure that there's a softness to both knees. You're energetically pulling that left hip back as you draw your right hip forward. Take another breath in and out. Hands to the seat. Soften that left knee and then wiggle the foot back a little bit. And we'll attempt to reach the right leg back, finding that supported warrior three. And if it makes sense, maybe we stretch that left arm forward. Full inhale. And exhale, release your hand, release the foot, soften those knees. Stand all the way up, arms reach up, and exhale, hands to hearts. All right, so a couple of options here. If you are at work and laying down might not be appropriate, although I'm not sure that doing all of those warrior movements would be appropriate at work, but if you are in a position where you don't want to lay down, I want you to come back to seated in the chair and we'll come into a meditation. If you're at home or someplace where you feel comfortable laying down, however it is that you get down onto your bottom, we're going to end up on the floor, right? So if you want to lower one knee and then the other, sweep your legs out in front of you, however is comfortable to get down, get on down. And we'll sweep our legs up on the chair. So you're going to wiggle your bum close to the chair and then release yourself down. And you can let your arms come out to the side. So if you're in this kind of modified legs up the wall, legs up the chair, if you will, this is where we'll take our Shavasana. If you're seated in the chair, make sure that your feet are supported and that you're able to stay with a tall spine. And wherever you are, we're working to soften the edges. So if you feel tension in your shoulders or your jaw or your eyes, could you release that here? Would you allow for every exhale to be an opportunity to draw a little bit more softening, a little bit more surrender into your life? As you relax, start at the soles of your feet. We'll scan our body. How do the soles of your feet feel? Can you give a little wiggle to your toes? Relaxing through your ankles. Relaxing through your shins and your calves. Relax around your knees, your quads. Soften through your hamstrings. Let your hips and your pelvis feel heavy. Soften through your low abdomen. Relax your low back. Relax through the front of your ribs, the sides of your ribs. Relax your mid-back. Relax your shoulder blades. Tops of your shoulders are soft. Upper arms relax. Elbows are heavy. Forearms are soft. Wrists, palms, backs of the hands, and all of your fingers release. Relax through your throat and your neck. Soften your jaw. Allow the space in between your eyebrows to be soft. Take another few breaths here. You might do your own body scan, noticing the spaces where there's some stuck energy. Places that need a little extra love. Might draw your attention there lovingly. And if you're in your seated meditation, go ahead and stay there. If you've chosen to make your way down onto your back with the legs up the chair shape, we'll make our way into our chair again. So we can hug our knees into our chest. Roll mindfully to whichever side your kitten isn't attacking you on. And then gently begin to work your way up to that seat again. And when we're all seated and we're feeling centered, we'll sweep our arms all the way up overhead and exhale, bring hands to heart. Take a moment to appreciate all that your body does for you. Bowing your forehead towards your fingertips in gratitude. I wish you all abundant joy. Be well. Uh-oh. We've got a naughty little kitten who has lots of energy over here this morning. She's excited. All right, have a great day, and I hope your pets were not attacking you while you were practicing.